Hi, this is Anthony. I'm back at it again. Now, this may be a very niche category. There might only be 5 people in the world interested in watching this on YouTube, but I find it very fascinating. Anyway, I uploaded some other videos along these lines. If you only see this one and haven't seen the other ones, check out the other ones. You'll be able to find them on my channel. So, I just created a prompt to make a stock certificate for the Alberta Oil and Gas Pipeline Company Limited. And I said to have maple leaves and beavers with an oil derrick and a prairie scene. It doesn't look like we have maple leaves and beavers. This really isn't an oil derrick, but a different type of pump, but still looks great. Just a beautiful example of what they come up with. We're going to say, please redo. Should have about the same elements. It's interesting what it sometimes will leave off, even though it says that it's going to incorporate a certain element in the design. On eBay, I sell old stock and bond certificates, and so these are the type of things that I sometimes deal with. They used a very similar vignette. I mean, just an absolutely beautiful rendition of a fantasy item here. We're going to save that one too. Okay. We'll have changed the name to Galactic Mining Company. Vignette of the Moon. Let's see what comes up. That style is kind of reminiscent of some issues from British India from about the 1930s. So we have a beaver and a maple leaf now. Doesn't look like anything on the moon there. And again, they didn't put the Galactic Mining Company. They still have Alberta Oil and Gas Pipeline. I said, please redo based on my revisions. One wonders when they're working with AI how polite you have to be with them, so that there's no mechanism that they've created where if you're a jerk that it just stops doing it for you. Okay, here we have the Galactic Mining Company Limited. There does look like something kind of like a dredge on the moon. Got a little beaver there. $1. A lot of times they don't spell out things correctly just because they don't want something that looks like it could be real that you could print off and sell to somebody. Great. Redo in purple. As I mentioned in another video, I probably should play some royalty-free classical music or something in the background while we're waiting. Sometimes it takes quite a while, and sometimes it will kind of freeze up and I have to hit refresh. So that's very interesting. Really nice looking. Okay, we'll say great job. Replace dollar with 1,000 shares. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you've been playing around with this. If you have a request on what you would like me to use as a prompt, I'd be happy to make a video where I do similar things with prompts from viewers. So we still have various numbers. They do put various numbers sometimes. Sometimes they'll put, one in each corner. And other times you might have a 1 in 3 corners and a 5 in another, just to make it clear that it's not a real item. Presumably, if you were selling this to somebody, if you printed it off, they would notice that it's not a $1 and a $5 bill at the same time. They do have 1,000 there, 1,000 there, 1,000 there, and 10,000 there. That's common. Okay. We'll say, great, but more beavers. Of course, beavers are the symbol of Canada and of Oregon, where I live. So we got more beavers, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Wonderful looking 1,000 shares there. Okay. I love it. I wish that we had currency that, was this ornate. American currency is getting more boring. Okay. Now make for the Martian Mining Corp. Be interesting if they have beavers on the Martian Mining Corporation certificate. We might have to put a prompt of putting little green men as a replacement for the beavers. We'll see. Well, look at that. Martian Mining Cop Limited. Since this is kind of a Canadian style, some of it occasionally is in French. It's a nice touch. We'll say beautiful, put little green men. Sometimes people that create micronations or fantasy nations come up with currency or other things that look like this. Okay. That's beautiful. There are on the left a couple, they're not green because the vignette in the center is kind of a brownish red, but some little aliens with helmets on. That's very interesting. How about the Uranus gas exploration company? We're coming up on 10 minutes. I think this will be the last one for this video, but I could do this all day long. I probably should be productive and list some things on eBay. If you're interested, I sell under the username stock_tycoon on eBay. I sell old stock and bond certificates, obsolete ones, as well as old banknotes and coins and postal items and things like that. Okay. That's kind of interesting. One more time. Good. Do it again. Wow, look at that. What a beautiful rendition there. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I do appreciate you watching. Check out my other videos. I have other videos along these lines, as well as videos that talk about the current riots, talk about investing ideas, unsolved mysteries like the D.B. Cooper and Zodiac cases. So a wide variety of things for people with different interests. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, I would be honored if you subscribe to the channel. Hit like if you like it, and certainly leave a comment if there's some prompt, something that's not too obscene, that you want me to use in a future video. Let me know. Put it in the notes, the comment section, and I'll copy and paste it in a future video. Thank you so much.